All right, my beautiful soul. So, welcome back. I need you to get comfortable because maybe I need you grab some water, light a candle, do whatever you need to do, ground yourself because the energy I'm walking into right now is not for the weak. It's intense and it's layered. It is about someone very specific, someone who has been driving you crazy with hot and cold behavior. Okay, someone who acts like they don't care, but their energy screams the opposite. If you have been dealing with an avoider, okay, someone who pulls away just when things get real, someone who leaves you on read for hours, but then watches every single thing you post, this reading is for you because I'm about to pull back the curtain on what's really going on inside their head. And honey, they are not as detached as they pretend to be. Okay, this avoidant is secretly obsessed with you. I said obsessed. Yes, the mask of coldness is going to be just wiped off. They show up something to the world, something else. This person is something that put together. They're independent. They might even be successful in their career, admired by their peers. Okay, the one who seems to have everything figured out. They don't chase. They don't beg. They don't show vulnerability. Okay, and that's exactly why you were drawn to them in the first place, right? There is something about that unavailability that pulls you in. You want to be the one who cracks their code. But here is what I'm picking up. They get cold, while helplessly attached and hopelessly. That's the truth. The coldness is a performance and it's an armor. It's a wall they built years ago, probably because someone hurt them badly. Okay, someone made them feel like caring was weakness. So now they compensating that. They keep people at arm's length. They give you just enough attention to keep you interested, but never enough to make you feel secure. And you have been questioning yourself. You have been questioning yourself, wondering if you did something wrong, if you were not enough. Then let me stop you right there. You are more than enough. Their coldness has nothing to do with you and everything that has to do with their own fear. You're not responsible for that. They have the secret obsession they're hiding. Okay? This is their hiding because behind that cold exterior, there is a fire, an obsession they can't control. They think about you constantly. When they're at work, your face pops up into their head. When they're lying at bed night, they replay your conversations, your laugh, the way you say their name. Okay, they have looked at your social media more times than they ever admit. They have scrolled back years. They have wondered about your exes, your past, what made you who you were. Okay, yes. And here is where it gets real intense. You are in my love, you are the powerhouse. No one is like you. That's how they see you. They don't just like you, think you're attractive or fun to be around. They see you as rare, as someone who stands out in a sea of mediocrity. And that terrifies them because if you were that special, see, that means losing you would be devastating, right? So they keep you at distance to protect themselves from a heartbreak that hasn't even happened yet. How typical. But the obsession runs deeper here, runs deeper than thought. Yes, they want to just fuck you so hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's so raw, it's physical, it's primal, it's attraction. They fantasize about being in you, about the sounds you they make, about the way you they look at them when you're completely vulnerable. It's not just a passing thought anymore. It's the replaying loop in their mind, and the more they avoid you, the more intense those fantasies become. Absence is that's making the desire grow no fade. This person is hopelessly attached to you. I see this person has might be crossed the forbidden line. Something that came through very strongly here. Okay, something dark, something that might make you uncomfortable. Okay, but here I am here to tell you the truth. This avoided they crossed the line, the forbidden line. Okay, they went too far and now they're terrified. See, I'm not saying they cheated on you or did something criminal, but in the privacy of their own mind, or maybe in a moment of weakness, they did something that violated a boundary. Maybe they showed up somewhere, they knew UDB, pretending it was a coincidence. Maybe they reached out to someone close to you to get information about you. Yeah, maybe they say photos of you that they shouldn't have. Maybe they wrote something down, a fantasy, a confession that they would die of shame if you ever saw. For some of you, this could be damn, testing your limits, pushing to see how much you will tolerate. Because your obsession has turned into a kind of madness here. Madness over you. It's not healthy anymore. It's not sweet. It's consuming them and they don't know how to stop it. They feel like they're losing their mind. And only thing that makes it better is you. But being around you also makes it worse. So they're trapped in this cycle of wanting you and hating themselves for wanting you so badly. Okay, and here is the kicker. You are someone who is just unavailable, unreachable. Your energy is making them nuts. Your independence, your ability to walk away, your refusal to chase that drives them absolutely insane. They're used to being the one in control. They're used to people chasing them, but you are different. You have your own life, your own power, your own standards, and they can't handle it. It's making them question everything. They thought they knew about themselves, but now they're thinking that do I even know myself? And there is this guilt, there is this regret, there is this running. So what happened after they crossed that line? They ran away. Yes, they ran away harder than ever before. They pulled away. They might have ghosted you for a few days or become even more distant and cold. And you probably thought it was because they lost interest in you. But that's not at all. They ran away because they were ashamed of their own behavior, ashamed of how obsessed they have become now, ashamed of crossing that forbidden line. They're emotionally invested in you. Yes, they're emotionally so invested in you more than they have ever been in anyone. And that investment scares the hell out of them. They told themselves that time would heal it, that if they just stayed away, the feelings would fade, subside, that they could go back to being the cold, independent, avoidant person they were before you came along. They thought that distance would bring them clarity. But it didn't. It made things worse. Because the more they're trying to stay away, the more they're thinking about you. The more they replay the fantasy, the more they're regretting crossing that line they shouldn't have. And now they're stuck in this loop of guilt and desire. They want you, but they feel like they don't deserve you. They want to reach out, but they're terrified of what you will say. They want to explain themselves, but they don't even understand what's happening inside their own head. And here is what really messing them up. Please, okay, they want you to be obsessed with them. Will you believe it? They want to feel the same intensity. They want you to be just as consumed and as desperate. Because then they wouldn't feel so alone in this madness. They wouldn't feel so guilty. They wouldn't feel like the only one losing their mind or sanity. But you are not obsessed. You are steady. You are grounded. And that contrast is driving them even more wild, more crazier. I'm seeing this person wanna stay up all night and do everything, all sort of things to you. But his this energy shift is dramatic because this avoided is cracking. The walls are crumbling because they have realized that time is not on their side. You were not waiting around forever. You were moving. Yes, you were moving. Or at least you're starting to. And the thought of losing you for good is waking them up. They had a moment of clarity, a sudden realization that they want permanently with you, not temporary. That's what's hitting them. They don't just want a fling. They don't just want to sleep with you and move on. They want to build something. They want to wake up next to you. They want to argue about stupid things and make up with you. They want to grow old with you. And that realization is so big, so overwhelming that is breaking through all their avoidance. Okay. So now instead of running away, they are rushing towards you. It might feel sudden. It might feel confusing. One minute they're ghosting you, right? And the next minute they're texting you. Or long paragraphs. They're showing up. They're trying to make plans with you. They are being more open, more vulnerable than they have ever been. They want to feel themselves. Where? They're within you. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. They want to merge with you. They want to be so intertwined that there is no pulling apart. And you were sitting there wondering, what the heck? What changed? And here is what changed. They finally admitted to themselves that they are in love with you, not just obsessed, not just attracted, in love. And that admission has broke something open in them. They realize that their fear of losing you is now greater than their fear of being vulnerable. Their fear of rejection is now smaller than their regret for how they have treated you. They're rushing towards you because they are terrified you will slip away, right? And what the hot pursuit looks like. Yes, here comes the hot pursuit. I didn't mention it. Let me paint a picture of what this hot pursuit looks like because it's not going to be settled. This person who was so cold and distant is going to become almost unrecognizable in your eyes. They're going to tax you first every single day. They're going to double tax you. Yes, they're going to ask you questions about your day, about your feelings, about your thoughts, things they never bothered with before. Okay, they are going to want to see you, not just for a quick hookup, for real dates now. Dinners, walks, long conversations. They're going to open up about their past, about their fears, and about their regrets. They might also going to apologize, maybe not directly for crossing the forbidden line, but for being distant, for being confusing, and for not treating you the way you deserve. And here is a beautiful part. You are worthy only of the best. That's not just a statement. Let it sit inside of you. Is with the universe is confirming you here. You have been settling for crumbs from this person, but you were never meant to settle. You were never meant to be treated like that. You're treated. You should be treated like a king or a queen. This person is finally realizing that. You're about to be treated like a queen or a king by someone respectable. They're going to step up. They're going to show up. They're going to treat you the way you have always deserved. They're going to want to stay up all night and do, all sorts of things, everything with you, not just sexual intimacy, though that will be a part of it, but everything. Talk, love, cry, plan, dream. They want to experience all of life with you by their side, and they're going to make sure that you know all about it. So, what do you exactly need to know about it? First, you need to protect your energy. Don't let them rush you into anything you are not ready for. Okay? You set the pace here, not them. You have been the one waiting, wondering, hurting. Now it's their turn to prove themselves. And second, watch their actions, not just their words. Anyone can say they have changed, but are they showing up consistently? Are they making you a priority? Are they being transparent about their feelings? Because that's how you will know if this is real. And finally, ask yourself, do you even want them anymore? After all the confusion, the distance, the pain, do you still have space in your heart for this person? Because you don't owe them anything. You owe yourself. What you owe? You owe peace. You owe yourself a love that does not make you question your worth. If you feel that this person is worth the risk, then let them pursue you. Let them prove themselves. But if you are done, if you are tired, then walk away with your head held high. You were never the problem. You were never the obsession. They were, and their obsession with you was never about your life. It was about their own fear. You are glowing up, and that's happening whether they are in the picture or not. Your energy is rising, your standards are solidifying, and whether it's this person or someone else, you are about to be loved in a way you have never been loved before because someone, king or a queen, is already there who will love you like that. So I love you so much. Take care of your heart, my love. I will see you in the next reading. Till then, take care. Bye bye.